Welcome back, everybody, to the A2J podcast with your hosts, Justin, Aaron, and Jaden.
Hello.
No Tristan this week. Just the
Not a
boys.
big
We're
loss
doing an
for
update. We're doing an update on our Champions League R16 reviews. So
For the first game,
boys?
first game, Liverpool Leipzig. I think we were pretty much on the ball with this one. The game was 2-0 Liverpool. My prediction was 4-2 for the entire leg, both legs. Justin also had Liverpool 4-2 over both legs. So far, 2-0, not too far away. Could easily see a 2-2 in the next game. What do you think, Jaden?
Liverpool did well. Hendo wasn't injured this game, but Leipzig didn't really play that well. Liverpool put a lot of pressure on Leipzig. Obviously, Liverpool only scored off of the two Leipzig mistakes. Leipzig also had a few chances, but I think Liverpool were just old Liverpool again. They were pressuring them the entire time, forcing them to make those mistakes to get into goal scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I think so too. You know what? I think the game was a little closer than the score shows. Like Leipzig did hit the post at the beginning. Allison made a really good save off an Nkunku shot that easily could have been 2-2 right there.
Yep, 100%.
But Liverpool did really good considering they had all those injuries, and I think the scoreline's fair. I think Leipzig was just not as clinical. That's all there is.
Yeah, that's exactly how I was telling them. Liverpool took their opportunities. Leipzig just didn't.
Absolutely.
For Barca,
Gonna stay there. That's pretty straightforward. That's a straightforward match. Liverpool
Yeah, that was
2-0.
Next
Next
perfect.
leg 2-2, and we're correct.
You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. I'll take a 2-0 win. No problem. Next game, Barca PSG. This one really threw off all our predictions. The game was 4-1 PSG. Honestly, we should have known it from when they got spanked a couple years ago, 6-1. But, we don't learn.
Guys,
I had Barca 2-1 for the both legs, so that one's gone. Justin had 3-0 Barca with Mbappe not even touching net. And you already know what he did. And Jaden had 4-2 Barca. Safe to say, we all fumbled that one, boys.
Mbappe heard me say 3-0 Barca, and he said, "Screw you, Justin."
He took that personally, if you will.
Wrong. He took that personally. That's what happened with Mbappe, bro.
Did you see what Mbappe said to Pochettino the day before the match or whatever?
No, I didn't know.
That?
I didn't
saw
know
it
the
on
talk.
Instagram. So apparently Mbappe went up to Pochettino in training the day before, their training session the day before each game, and he went up to him and he's like, "Okay, so how many times have you beat Barcelona?" Pochettino was like, "I beat them once with when I was at Villarreal," and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna beat them again for you tomorrow, bro." Don't get stressed.
What a cutie, man. What a cutie.
Yo, man of his word, that guy is next up. Next up, bro. That Hattie was all three goals were absolutely crazy. I'm telling you, PSG was playing like they were playing a training match. Okay, these guys had like so much flair. They were like doing flicks here and there, like putting overmans and stuff, running like the Barca defense. I swear to God, sign me up. I'll play center back. I'll do that from a long way, bro. That guy's garbage.
Yeah, honestly, I've been saying for a while their defense since Carlos Puyol's gone has been on a downward spiral.
Yeah, all they do is pass the ball to Messi and hope something happens. They have a lot of talent. They just don't do it.
Yo, you know what they seem like? They seem like one of those men's league teams with one player, and they're all just like, "Yo, kick it to Jazz Karn, bro," and that's it.
Jazz card. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, I feel so bad for Messi. Barca was absolute trash, and PSG literally outclassed them in every single part of this pitch. And they did it without Neymar. I'm gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
I honestly think they were better without Neymar than they were with.
They're a better team. They don't have as much skill, obviously, but they're a better team.
But take it in. If the ball goes to Neymar on one of those fast breaks,
Slows down.
pulling it back,
100%.
taking 2-3 players, and then going. Mbappe, this was direct soccer. They were going right for the net every time. PSG looks dangerous to me now.
Yeah, you know what? They changed their image in my head as well. The next game, I think we were also good with the next game, Sevilla Dortmund. We expected many goals. We expected to be attack both ways, and that's exactly what we got. Here, I predicted 6-4 over both legs. I think I'm good there with a 3-2. I picked Dortmund as well. Justin picked 5-4 for Dortmund. He's also pretty good there. A nice little 2-2, and he's got it. Jaden, 5-3 for Dortmund. That also, honestly, a 2-1, easily foreseeable.
It could happen 2-1 at home.
Sorry?
2-1 could happen at home.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this game, as we were just talking about last game, was all Mbappe. This game, all Haaland. That guy, him and Mbappe are going to be the next, I hope, the next Messi and Ronaldo for the next couple years, because somebody's got to take that mantle, and it looks like Haaland and Mbappe are telling us that they're here.
What a day! What a day for them both! Wow.
Haaland's finishing is unreal. Like he surprises me when he's in a position and he still puts the ball top in the roof of the net, not even in the top corner, in the fucking roof.
Dude, like everything was just that day was amazing because first Mbappe gave us 3 amazing finishes, then Haaland and Dahoud gave us 3 amazing finishes. Oof. Can't complain about match day. That match day.
Also, I think Sancho is starting to step it up again. He played a solid game.
Sancho played really, really well. Yeah. I think it was it last week or was it this week? I think last week.
Last week.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
All right, not much to say there. Our next one, it's a bit of a disappointment. Honestly, Juve just didn't do it for me this game, and they looked like way past their best for sure. We had 2-1 Porto over Juve in the first game. No, that was right. I was looking at predictions. Porto won the game 2-1, but our predictions 3-0 for Juve, 3-1 for Justin for Juve, and Jaden had 3-0 as well for Juve. Does not look like we're hitting that one, boys.
Dude, all I'm gonna say is that was 100% a penalty at the end. Me and Jasper were talking about it.
For
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo?
The only argument you can have it, yeah, for Ronaldo. I think
100%.
the only argument you can have is he wasn't in control of the ball, but even then Ronaldo was getting control of that ball back.
Yeah.
You were saying he cut the ball back a little bit off the touch, but he's 100% getting that back. Like, I don't understand.
I don't know. It was definitely a questionable call at best.
That's 100% a penalty. 100%
The fact that the ref blew the final whistle as well before the VAR check was over, I think that played into it. Otherwise, I think that should have been a penalty. But anyways,
refs took a lot of flack for that earlier in the year, so I think the same. Next game was also very drab. I don't know if you guys watched much of it. The Atletico and Chelsea match. It was okay. Don't get me wrong. It was a decent game, but like in the final third, both teams just couldn't put the ball in the net.
What were our predictions?
That hurt.
I think we all had Atletico winning.
So I had Atletico 3-1 over 2 legs, which could still happen. Don't get me wrong. Justin had 2-1 Atletico, which is more likely to happen. A nice 2-0. I could see that. Jaden had 4-1. I think it's safe to say that is not happening now. And it was Olivier Giroud of all mans to score a bicycle kick in the 80-somethingth minute off what looked like it was offside, but apparently Mason Mount never touched the ball. So I don't know.
What do you think, Jaden? You watched this game. What do you think?
It was a very, 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 very boring game. Like, I was watching recaps after, like, I watched the game and then I watched like something Chelsea posted after the fact, and they were trying to make it seem like it was such a tactical deep dive into the game, like they had this all planned out, and I'm like, dude, you guys, it's like literally I was expecting watching that game after halftime, like it was just gonna end 0-0.
Yeah, I agree. I had 0-0.
Probably other than Atlanta Madrid, that was one of the most boring games of this round.
Did you guys get a chance to see?
You're always gonna get that with Atletico because of their parked bus. That's it.
And Chelsea's very like that too. But did you guys get to see the offside? Offside?
Yeah, I don't think it was offside.
See,
I think that was fair.
See, Justin thinks it's fair, but at the same time, I don't know. I think Giroud's clearly gaining an advantage from being in an offside position, and that's the rule. If you gain an advantage, it has to go against you.
Well, I would have thought that if the Chelsea player had touched that ball, but the defender clearly kicks it up. I know it was a little bit up in the air. It might have been like a 50-50, but the defender clearly kept it in the air. Giroud was in an offside position, but that's not a pass to Giroud. Right place, right time. I could see the argument both ways, but I don't want to take that goal away. That was crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that it took 8 minutes to pretty much figure out the VAR situation kind of explains that the refs were having the same debate. They're trying to figure out, is that deliberate or not? And I think they
ruled it off. They ruled it offside. Then VAR said no, it's onside. Then I think they were like, well, is it really onside?
Well, I think the first issue was whether Mason Mount touched the ball, and once they figured out he didn't, it was an Atletico player. They had to see if it was deliberate or not. And I think in their head he didn't deliberately mean to pass it to Giroud, but he did deliberately try to kick the ball, and he just fucked it up. And I think that's what they thought. Yeah.
One more thing about that game. Credit to Chelsea. I think they played really well. But we called this. I did say it that this was going to be boring as hell.
Yep.
Because Atletico was going to do nothing, and we would only see something good if Joao Felix and Luis Suarez did something magical. They did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like watching paint dry. And Chelsea executed a game plan and won. Nothing else to talk about for me.
Mason Mount out of the next leg, though. That's definitely going to be...
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of him, so it's fine. But Bayern Lazio. Bayern obviously did what they did. Won 4-1. So my prediction was 5-2 Bayern. That looks not that good because I feel like they're going to score more than one goal. Justin had 5-3. That looks even worse because Lazio is not scoring. And Jaden also had 5-2 Bayern. So I guess our scores were a little off, but for the most part, we're getting the teams decent.
I didn't want to jinx it, guys. I didn't want to jinx it and say like 8-1 Bayern, but I'm going to say it now. We're slapping them up again. I don't care. Guys, we're missing Muller, Pavard, Gnabry, 3 starters, Tolisso, Costa, Dantas. We had 6 people on our bench. Okay, our bench list was like this big. We started a 17-year-old who scored. Okay?
Yeah.
And we had a defense with a 6'5", 200-pound center back as our right back. Okay, who by the way turned into like
Sula was playing amazing.
Robin.
Sula was playing amazing on the wing.
Guys, I'm so happy about this game. It was crazy. I know the score was 4-1, so it's not all positives, but that could have been an 8-2 again. That could have been like a big thrashing from Bayern. And I'm like,
to be fair for Bayern as well, they just lost on the weekend to a very trash team. No, like 3-2.
Our last 2 games were shocking.
Yeah, so like this, it was a good dominating performance to be like, hey, we're still Bayern, bro. Relax.
Yeah, and I was worried honestly because Lazio can score. They've shown in the past they have the opportunity. They have the firepower to score, and we have a lot of propensity to give it up at the back. And it happened once, but it could have happened more. But you know, we did it right. Everything was right, and I just want to say, Musiala, Sane, and Sula, amazing.
I love Musiala.
I'm pretty sure in the last episode, Jasmine was talking trash about Sula, and then this episode.
No, he said he's good. He's just so low.
Yeah, I like Sula, but bro, I love him now. That was crazy. That was an awesome game from him. This guy was like cutbacks and like flicks and like back heels and step overs and shit. Like, bro, are you kidding? Sula?
But
where did this guy pull that out of, bro?
But Atalanta and Real Madrid. Honestly, I felt a little bad for Real Madrid, but our guesses were 4-3 Atalanta. 4-3 Atalanta for me and Jason, and Jaden was the only one seeming to be in the right decision. 3-1 for Real Madrid.
This one was another decently boring match. Other than like the red card in the first half, which is debatable. We were saying like clear goal scoring opportunity. That's why the red was given. As soon as somebody decided to say it's not a clear goal scoring opportunity. I think it was gonna end a 0-0 draw unless Mendy just got that screamer. But yeah, that was another just boring match, like this week.
I don't know. I think Real did well. Real had their chances. Looking back, I didn't really watch the full game, but looking back at the highlights, Real had their chances. Didn't really make much of them. But they showed some promise, I think. I feel so bad for Atalanta. I think they were done wrong. I see why it was given a red, but 17 minutes into the game, that's a very tough call to make. And to be fair to Atalanta, they did the best they could, and they were not scared.
They did stay into it. They did stay in the game for the rest of the game.
They tried to ignore the 10 men. They didn't just try to like absorb and play defense. They went on attacks. They tried to counter. They tried to hold possession when they could. But that Mendy goal. Whew. Fire.
Yeah, honestly, I Real Madrid didn't deserve to win the game, but you know when you have the firepower that you do, you always get a 1 goal here and there. But
and you know what? Actually, sorry. Back to the red card. If you guys want to see like a good explanation of what the red card was all about, Rabona TV on YouTube, great analysis.
Fair enough. But yeah, so we were saying that Atlanta were not scared to attack even with a man down. Mönchengladbach certainly were. They just didn't come to play at all. Our predictions, however, were pretty good. I had 5-1 Man City. That's still good. 4-2 Man City. Maybe a little less good because I don't see Mönchengladbach scoring 2, let alone 1 at this point. And Jaden had 4-0 Man City, which seems like the best bet. The game was 2-0 Man City, of course. I don't know. Man City had a very easy ride. They didn't try hard. They probably were in like second gear the entire time, and they cruised.
Yeah, without De Bruyne too.
Yeah, like Mönchengladbach just didn't even try. Like they showed up, but they didn't show up. If that makes sense.
I was so disappointed in Mönchengladbach because they have a good attack. They have quality players in the midfield. Their defense, but they could score. They can score against any team on a good day, and they played so cowardly. Like, they were on counterattacks, okay? Counterattacks. That's the only time they're going to have a chance to score. And they were stopping the ball, not making passes to their wing players who were making runs, and passing it back to the keeper. Who does that? Their whole game plan should have been try to get the counterattack and try to score a goal, advance the ball forward, and try to get a goal. And they're passing it back to their keeper on counterattacks. Absolutely cowardly stuff from them.
Mönchengladbach just played really scared that entire game. And City could have gone in another gear up. And they didn't. They were cruising the entire, like Aaron said, they were cruising the entire game. Got the 2-0 win away. Go back home. Wrap up the rest of the leg.
Cancelo
He played very well.
Amazing. And you know what? They would have been up so much more. But Gabriel Jesus, I'm sorry, I can't trust that guy for anything.
Even this weekend, his finishing is atrocious.
He scored a goal, but he had chances where he was on the in the box 1-on-1. And he's looking around to try and pass the buck. Shoot the ball. That's your job.
Even his goal was like he tackled it into the net, and it's like.
Yeah. And like again, that was a Cancelo cross to Bernardo Silva.
Oh, his crosses were amazing. His crosses were
crazy. Oh my god.
If you're getting Bernardo Silva at like 5'5" to score a header, it's got to be a good cross.
The defense from Mönchengladbach was atrocious for all those. So bad. Oh my gosh. And like Lars Stindl, Neuhaus, like. You guys are supposed to be creative and supposed to be making those forward passes, and every time they got the ball, passed it back. Every single time. The only one who actually tried and played well was Zachariah, but it's not enough. One person can't be the only thing on the team, especially for Man City. They're way too good. Not gonna happen.
Well, that's our recap of the first week of round of 16 for the Champions League. Thank you for joining us. Clearly, we're not the best analysts because we didn't get 87% of that correct, but you know. We're here. We try our best. We're gonna get them all one day.
Better luck on the quarters, I guess.
Maybe next year.
Less games, so probably better chance to get it all right. So thank you for joining us. From A to J, this is from us to you. Thank you, and like and subscribe.
Nice one. Peace out, guys.